Hello everyone, it's Alex coming at you live from quarantine. Today I'm going to be showing you the mods that I have done so far to my 2014 Audi A4. Now, I bought this car used, and the only things that it had done to it were these pretty nice Sparko wheels and the tint. Those were the only two things already done to it. Other than that, it was stock. And there's also this sun visor up here. Now, as you can see, the car is filthy because where I live, it is winter for about 7 months out of the year. And I got this car 2 months ago in the winter, so I haven't had a chance to really do much to it. There's a lot of things I've planned on doing. I have doing an exhaust system planned on it, changing out the front grille, but I can't really do that until it's warmer out, and it'd be nicer if it was warmer out. And obviously I'd rather be doing that when it's warmer out. The first exterior mod that I did was the side mounted license plate, and I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of like a symmetrical person. I really like symmetry, and it being off to the side just really bothers me. But the reason I have it off to the side right now is because I plan on getting the RS style honeycomb grille, and I don't know if the license plate will look good on the honeycomb grille, so I kind of put it to the side for now to try and get used to it. So I'm gonna see how it looks with the new grille that I put on. I might go back to center, but it seems a little bit too tunery for me to have a side-mounted license plate on an Audi. The next two mods that I've done are on the rear, and the first one is this carbon fiber lip spoiler right here. I think I got it for like $110 on eBay. There's like a bunch of different ones from a bunch of different companies, and it's just on there with 3M tape, because I do plan on selling this car eventually, and I don't want to do anything too permanent. I didn't really want to drill holes into the trunk. I think that's kind of stupid. 3M tape holds up just fine. It's held up to below 0 temperatures so far, and it's on there pretty good. I went for the kind of more aggressive style. I see a lot of ones that just have like the normal ducktail spoiler, but mine has these kind of angles right here, these little cutouts on the top and bottom. I think that just makes it look a little bit more aggressive. It looks cooler than just having a normal ducktail spoiler on it. I'll probably have to come out here in the summertime once everything gets a good cleaning, because it looks disgusting right now, and I can't really clean it right now because it's like 20 degrees. So yeah. The second thing I did was tinting the taillights, and these are actually a little bit darker than I was hoping for. I got them off Amazon for $11, I think, a roll of it, and it was plenty to do both taillights. I could have had enough left over to maybe do the fog lights or something small like that. But it was pretty easy to do. The taillight's pretty flat. There's not too many curves or edges or anything. So I did it myself, and I think it came out pretty good for my first time applying some type of vinyl wrap. You probably can't tell because it's filthy, but it's smooth, no bubbles or wrinkles or anything like that. I was actually worried about getting pulled over because they were so dark. I live in a state that is pretty strict on shit like that, and I haven't had any issues so far, but I went for a lighter tint, or I wanted to anyway, but it was a lot darker than it seemed online. So I haven't really done any like performance mods or anything. One thing I want to do is I want to paint the brake calipers, which you can see looks rusty because it's been sitting for 2 days and it's rained and snowed. They look pretty disgusting. So I'm gonna get some steel wool and sandpaper, sand it down, and paint it. I don't know. I'm kind of deciding between red or black. If I do red, I kind of want it to be like a darker red. I don't want it to be too flashy. But I think the brakes are big enough to look good painted a kind of bright color. They're not tiny brakes. They're pretty decent sized. So I plan on doing that once I can get the car cleaned and it's warmer and everything. During this summer, I also plan on putting a new exhaust system on it. I'm going to go with the AWE catback quad exhaust. So I plan on doing all these things myself because I can't really afford to bring it to a mechanic or a shop to do all that shit. So I'd rather just learn how to do it myself, and it will save me a lot of money and give me knowledge in the long run. So the single exit exhaust, I'm not a fan of it. I like I said earlier, I like symmetry, and I think it would just look so much better with a quad exhaust, so much more aggressive. Plus it'll add horsepower and sound amazing. So I'll do that eventually. Now, if you watched one of my past videos, you'll see I installed a cold air intake from K&N, and I actually sent that back and swapped it out for the factory one because it was just way too loud for my liking. I know a lot of people get those intakes because they like the noise, but I don't like my German luxury car sounding like a Japanese import tuner racer. Just going like 10% throttle, you could hear the turbo spooling up from inside the cabin and sound like a vacuum cleaner. And even when you're going like 20 miles an hour and you let off the gas, it's just like an insane blow-off noise. So it was just a little too loud for my liking. Not worth it for the little performance gain. I thought it would sound cool to have a little bit of a blow-off, but it sounds just like a vacuum cleaner. So I swapped that out for the stock one. A couple other things I did for the exterior, I guess you could count it as, is swapped out the stock halogen fog lights for some LED lights. You can see they're really bright and nice at night, and it just looks so much better with the LED running lights and the xenon headlights instead of the yellow halogen fog lights. And right up here, I replaced the halogen turn signals with LED turn signals because, again, it looks really weird having halogen and LED lights mixed together to me. The tail lights flash LED. The side markers on the mirror, as you can see, flash LED. But the main turn signals in the front were halogen. So the main thing that bothered me was how halogen lights flash. You can tell they're halogen because they kind of like fade in and out, whereas LED lights are kind of more like a cut, fast flash, solid. That's the best way I can describe it. And it looked really weird to me. It just bothered me because the tail lights, the tail turn signals are LED, and the mirror turn signals are LED, but the front ones were halogen, so I swapped those out. And here you can see what I mean. These are the stock turn signals. They're LED on the back. Now while the car is running, I can show you another one of my exterior mods, which I did with the OBD11 app, and that is having the running lights. I believe it's called the Scandinavian running lights for the tail or something like that, where these are on all the time. I think it just looks really clean. Even these are normally on at night, but even during the day it just looks really clean to have these on. Looks really nice. I also did it because of visibility. I figured since my taillights are so dark, if anyone can see the running lights on back here, that'll kind of make it seem not as dark. Also back here, I changed out the reverse lights to white LED ones. Again, it just looks a lot cleaner to me. So, really small things, I guess, but just brings the whole thing kind of together, having all LED lights. The next thing that I did on the interior, I used the OBD11 app to add just a little thing. It's the needle sweep test. Normally when the car starts, the needles just go right to where they're supposed to be for the RPM. But with this, when you start the car, they do that little thing where it sweeps through, and I think it just looks really cool. It's just a nice little touch. Also in here, I wrapped all of the wooden trim pieces in carbon fiber. I don't know, wood in cars just seems a little dated to me. So I just got some really cheap carbon fiber wrap off of Wish, actually, for $4. And I had enough to probably do another car interior. That's how much it came with. And it's really cheap. It's wrap. You can tell it's wrap. But, you know, I don't really care. I'm mostly going to be the only one in the interior, and I just didn't like seeing wood. And I saw some actual carbon fiber kits where the center console piece right here was pure carbon fiber, and, you know, it came with a carbon fiber this for like $150, which is insane to me, because it's such a small thing, and it's such a waste of money to buy actual carbon fiber trim pieces, because the whole part of carbon fiber is to be light and like save weight and stuff like that. So how much weight are you saving by replacing this with carbon fiber? Not much. So you might, if you're just going for the look, don't be ashamed to go for a wrap, because like I said, $4 versus $150 for basically the same look. I did that for all the doors, and they came out pretty good. No bubbles really. I did this piece right here, and the center piece all the way to down there, and the driver's side door, obviously. I also put a little bit of leftover right here on the steering wheel. So yeah, if you're just going for the carbon fiber look, which is probably what you're doing it for interior reasons, because you're not saving any weight, like I said, just go with a wrap. If you want to, you could really take out all the trim pieces, do a wrap, and then put some type of gloss coat over it, like with resin or something, just to make it look nice and shiny. Like, you could make it look like actual carbon fiber even. I don't know if this would really count as a mod, but it's something that I added to my car, so I'll show it. I added this. It is a Uniden R8, and it was about $120 when I got it. It works really good. It has a really long range, like almost a mile, I'd say, if not more, depending on your area, if it's flat and open or not. But it works really good. I like it because you can change the color, and it's red to kind of like match everything else in here. All the ambient lighting and buttons are red at night, so I think that looks nice. It doesn't, I think the camera's just making it look like it's doing that, but it's actually solid. And I like everything to be nice and clean, so rather than mounting it low and having it run down to here and having this be open all the time with a big cord running down my center console, I hardwired it to the mirror. See, I have it right here. It tucks right up underneath the liner and comes down here, tucks up here, comes down here, and is tapped in here to the power mirror, which is the compass and auto dimming and the rain sensor and all that stuff. So it's just tapped into that for power. And when I turn it off, that turns off too. When I turn the car on, it turns right on. Also with that OBD11 app, which this is something I'm pretty sure everyone gets, is the mirror dip. So when you put it in reverse, your mirror will go to a predetermined position. That's where I put it. I put it kind of looking more towards the car and obviously a lot lower. So that way I can see a curb. Like, I know there's a backup camera, but it's just nice to have it dip down. Why not? It doesn't hurt anything. Then when you put it back into drive and start driving, it goes back up once you reach like 5 miles an hour or something. This is the OBD11 thing I was talking about. It's just this little thing right here, and you plug it into your OBD port and you install the app. I think this cost me $60, but it's pretty cool. You can do coding in your car if you know how to do that. You can access like the hidden green menu with it and add things that I showed you, like the taillights being on all the time, the needle sweep, and the mirror dip, and a bunch of other stuff you can add. So yeah. Also, one more thing that I added was these metal and rubber S-line pedals. I think they look really cool, and the normal one, even though this is the premium package that this car has, the pedals were plastic. The gas pedal was just normal plastic, and the brake pedal had a rubber grip on it. So I got these for like $20 on Amazon, I think. It looks really cool. It says S-line on them. They have nice rubber grips on them. They look nice metal. So that was a pretty good upgrade for me, for looks and for functionality, because rubber is a lot grippier than plastic for the gas pedal. So these are all the things that I've done so far within 2 months of having my car. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you think I have good taste? Do you think I have bad taste or boring taste? Do you think a side-mounted license plate is too ricer? Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any suggestions for the future, just let me know. And if you have a YouTube channel where you have videos of your car and things you've done to it, please let me know and I'll check it out. I love seeing other people's cars and getting inspiration and ideas for things I could do to my car. So if you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment letting me know that you liked it, and thank you. Please consider subscribing too.